Howdy! Welcome back to Alchemy Academy. My name is Corndog Jones Jr. and I'm going for top 10 rank in Magic the Gathering Arena using only home brews. Today we're going to be running an explosive Azorius aggro deck focused around the new Bloomburrow Alchemy card, Awestruck Cygnet. Awestruck Cygnet is a 1-mana white 2/1 creature that has a starting intensity of 0, and whenever a creature you control with flying enters, if this creature is named Awestruck Cygnet, cards you own named Awestruck Cygnet intensify by 1. As long as this card's intensity is 3 or more, it has base power and toughness 5/4, has flying, vigilance, and is named Radiant Swan. Our deck builds around this card in a unique way. So depending on our draw, we either have an insanely aggro or a very control-y game. If we play an Awestruck Cygnet on turn 1, and on turn 2, we play another one, followed up with a Mockingbird, we can activate all the intensity triggers of all our Awestruck Cygnets in our deck all at once, and we'll have 3 5/4 flying vigilance creatures on turn 2, swinging in for 15 and lethal on turn 3. Otherwise, we run a strategy very similar to our other 3-tree battalion deck, where we control and bide our time until we eventually build a huge board, stacks our opponent out of the game, or heist half their deck. I don't want to spoil it any more than the title and the thumbnail did, but this deck slaps harder than your dad does, and I'm so excited to reveal it. As always, if you want to learn more about all the ins and outs of the deck, stick around and I'll go into all the deck building choices I made right after the first game. Also, I will be streaming right here on YouTube and on Twitch at Corndog Jones Jr. when this video premieres, so if you happen to catch it, stop by and say hi. We start off today's video in low diamond. Let's see how far we can climb. Alright. We have the draw that we like to see. So the question is if he presents a way to kill this now. Alright. I think I'd get rid of the anchorage. I really like what I got going on. No. The Thieving Haven. Be realistic. I made the wrong choice on second thought. If he plays a sacrifice thing, oh, he's gonna kill the Thopterst. Alright, I want to copy this now. No, not for 1, for 0. Alright, next turn, if he doesn't have a kill spell for both of these, I should be getting a 3-tree battalion on a flyer. Let's see if we can get it. Alright, Sanguine Evangelist works. We get 2 flyers. And we have a fucking massive board. Let's see. See if he has a kill or a board wipe. Pretty sick game though, man. This is what I wanted the whole time. I think this is a good include. Because this is not a bad card by itself, and we're trying to go wide on the board and also enable these, and it does work with 3-tree battalion. Something like the Prairie Survivalist just wasn't like a good hit. Like it works well with the lifelink creatures we have, like the Realm Warden, but I don't know if it did enough, you know? Alright, what are you gonna copy the Nightmare? He wants to get a copy that's... Wait, I'm so confused. I'm so confused why that isn't... Oh, it's not a creature in our deck, I guess. I mean, we still win next turn, but... Because look at this battle cry we got going. 2 of these. Good battle cry. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that game. I'm going to go over a little deck tech real quick. Before we do, I just want to kind of give this deck a little backstory. So we made like 6 different versions of this deck. Maybe it was like 5, but we made a lot of different versions of this deck. And this deck I was pretty much ready to give up on. So we started off this last stream running the Mice Infestation deck that was recommended to me in my Alchemy Academy Pick Them video, section of the video. Apologies to Angel's Wrath. We did not end up playing that deck for too long because it just didn't work at all. If you want to see the deck, you can check out my VOD on my channel. But to be honest, it was not going to make for a good video, and it wasn't very strong at all. It just kind of was like trying to mix two different archetypes together. It didn't work. So I ended up switching to another deck, and then eventually to this deck for this video. So what we started out with wasn't very good. We were trying to run Dewdrop Cures and a bunch of things like Prairie Survivalists and a bunch of lifelink creatures, just to get like some flying or early game flying targets and things like that. But didn't work really well. We decided to go with a little bit heavier on the mana side, and we ended up creaming on this deck. I mean, this deck is fantastic. If you don't know by the title and by now, but this deck's really strong. So I'm really happy with it. I think that a good testament for good deck building is this deck, because we decided to go to like cancel all the fringe plans and like cool little combos that work between two cards, and just went with something that was really strong altogether and that synergizes well together. So I'm pretty happy with the deck, and I'm excited to share it with you. So starting off, we have our namesake card, the bird cards, Awestruck, Cygnet, and Mockingbird. I think Mockingbird is just incredibly strong. I think that this is a really undervalued card. Not played enough, but this is just an incredible card. It's so strong. Awestruck Cygnet is a 2/1 for 1 white bird scout creature that has starting intensity 0, and whenever a creature you control of flying enters, if this creature is named Awestruck Cygnet, cards you own named Awestruck Cygnet intensify by 1. As long as this card's intensity is 3 or more, it has base power and toughness 5/4, has flying, vigilance, and is named Radiant Swan. So for each of these on the battlefield, whenever a creature with flying enters, all creatures in my deck and on the board named Awestruck Cygnet will intensify by 1. So basically, if we have one of these on the battlefield, we need to get 3 flying creatures following it. If we have 2 of them on the battlefield, we just need 2 flying creatures to get this guy all the way leveled up, and all my Awestruck Cygnets to be 1 mana 5/4 flying vigilance, which is unreal strong. It's a little bit, you have to build your deck around it pretty hard to get enough flyers in and to enable its ability, but it's a really nice card. It's definitely a cool build around, and it works really well. Mockingbird combos with it really well. So if you play an Awestruck Cygnet on turn 1 and then a second one on turn 2, followed by Mockingbird, you will end up getting 2 of these. They all have intensity 0, and then the third one will come in with flying and the intensity trigger. So all 3 of these will intensify on individual triggers, and you'll have 3 5/4 flying vigilance attackers on turn 3. After your first one hits them on turn for 5 on turn 2, you will have lethal on turn 3, pretty much guaranteed unless they have removal or some other type of interaction. So that's like kind of the dream. We don't hit that very often, and I'm not sure if we hit it in this video, but I guess you'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, this is a pretty sick combo. I mean, I had someone play something similar against me with this card, and he got like 3 Awestruck Cygnets on the battlefield like immediately, and I just got fucked. So definitely a really cool little combo here, and that's kind of what the deck's built around. Moving on, go card by card here. We got some removal, Getaway Glamour, my pet card, little Exile, and Destroy Clause. Good against Heist, good against large creature removal. We don't have any large creatures, so this will pretty much always hit something. Nice instant speed removal for red, and Exile removal for red as well, so it's nice to have. Not on my watch, another red tech card, Emporium Thopterist. This is a great hit off of 3-Tree Battalion, which is later in the deck. I'll talk about it, but basically it's just a 1/1 and Thopters you control get +2/+0, and then you keep conjuring flying Ornithopters into your hand at the beginning of each upkeep. So this will help trigger your Awestruck Cygnet combo, and also it's good at slowing down red and things like that if it survives, because you're getting pretty much complete board control if this thing survives. No More Lies, some Exile counterspells, Sanguine Evangelist. This card was a late edition, but it worked really well in the deck because it's a nice 3-Tree Battalion target. Because if you play it, you can get like 12 damage off of the double battle cry and all the bats you make. So if you play it at the end of their opponent's turn, if they're all tapped out, you get tons of damage. But also it gives you flyers for the Awestruck Cygnet and a lot of board presence in general. So this is just a great card to have. Moving on, Stalwart Realm Warden. This is our stacks piece card. So when enters the next non-creature spell target opponent cast costs 2 more to cast. This is really good against red. It's slowing them down. It's also incredibly strong against heist. If you can get 2 or 3 of these triggers to hit off, then you're gonna make their next non-creature spell cost like 6 or 8 more or something like that, depending on how many of you hit. And then they can't cast a Triumphant Getaway, which is pretty much their win condition. So this like kind of pretty much shuts down heist if you get the right draw. Nice to have. Thieving Haven is probably my favorite win con in this deck. So if you don't recognize the 3 Tree Battalion combo with these 3 cards, these 4 cards, that is from my other deck, my 3 Tree Battalion deck, where I just had pretty much the same thing. But I put it into this deck because I thought that everything was flying except for the Realm Warden, and the 3 Tree Battalion just fits so well in. And something like the Thieving Haven is just there's so much value in hitting one of these off the 3 Tree Battalions. Let me explain a little bit. So if they tap out on their turn and they have like a board, like a non-flying creature that they paid a lot for, great, fine. At the end of their turn, we play 3 Tree Battalion, instant speed. We get 2 of these Thieving Havens. One's a conjured copy. And they swing it in the air for 2 next turn. Except you get both their combat triggers, and you get to heist your opponent's library twice. So you'll be able to play spells from your opponent's library at that point for free because we didn't spend mana on these creatures this turn. And for each creature you play, they get +1/+1. So eventually you have huge flying birds. But more importantly, they have to deal with these birds, or else you're going to completely dry their deck of cards. You get so much value from drawing their cards. You get to choose cards for the best situation on the battlefield at the moment. It's just really, really, really strong, especially with the 3 Tree Battalion. I'm surprised I haven't seen this combo that much yet, but it's unbelievably powerful, and I think it's pretty game-ending, depending on the board state. But yeah, that's another pretty strong combo. I only have 2 3 Tree Battalions in this deck. Maybe I'd sub out a board wipe for one, but I noticed I needed the board wipes against like Convoke and things like that. So it was nice. It's just nice to have things like that in the deck, and I think it works really well. But yeah, maybe something more. But what 3 Tree Battalion says is that you get to look at the top 6 cards of your library and you get to put a creature card with mana value 3 or less from among them onto the battlefield. Then conjure a duplicate of that card to the battlefield. The duplicate perpetually has base power and toughness 1/1. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. So that was fast. But this is basically a nice way to trigger Awestruck Cygnets as a combat trick as well. So there'll be 2 ones that they say we have like 2 Awestruck Cygnets, and then red swinging for like 6 with like 2 of those like Emberheart Challengers or whatever. And they're like pumped up by 1 or something. I don't know. But you play the 3 Tree Battalion, and then you get like 2 Thieving Havens. All of a sudden you have some blockers, but all of a sudden these 2 ones are now formidable blockers, 5 forward. And they will be doing tons of damage next turn. So it's kind of like, it's a cute combat trick, but also it's just a really powerful card in general with all the cards we board into our deck. So nice to have. We have our board wipes. I talked about those already. Good against Convoke, good against heavy boards against you. We also we generally want to get our board pretty big, but sometimes we fall behind. It's just nice to have. Maybe they could be subbed out in some cases, but I found that I needed them more than not. So anyways, not too much to say about the sideboard. I'm playing best of 1, but there are some nice pieces in the sideboard that you might want to put in, like Ominous Lockbox is good against heist. Rest in peace if you play like a lot of graveyard decks, if you're going to play this in best of 3 and things like that. But yeah, that's it. That's the deck. Hope you enjoy it. It's really, really strong. And I think that you will win a lot of games if you play this deck. I think that it is pretty meta changing if people kind of read into this deck a little bit more and maybe craft it a little bit more tight than I did. I don't know right now what could be improved on, but as of now, I think it's just like pretty gas. But yeah, hope you enjoy. Let me know what you think of the deck, and I'll see you at the Alchemy Academy Pick'em. Once again, sorry I didn't get to play the other deck that was picked last episode, but it just didn't work out. If you want to see that deck, check out my stream, and yeah, we'll move on to the next game. See you there. Bye. Land, please. All right. Sweet. All right, we get the Knot on my watch next turn. Maybe you can just do Cygnet. Yeah, this Raging Battle Mouse is a bit slow. We can block with the Cygnet. Maybe force a pump spell. I don't know. Or force a kill spell. That's fine. Really fine. Also really fine. No other stick from him. Alright, we played the Realm Warden. We try to like make this game a little bit more predictable. Hopefully he plays a creature. Doesn't realize. Alright, so he has a pump for this. Let's see. Let's see what it is. Alright, that's fine. We gain some life. We force the pump spell. Blue. Alright, so we just hold. We hold and we no more lies and not on my watch. I'll take the damage if I can play the 3-tree. Alright, sure. 2 Emporium Thopters is awesome. Awesome. Alright. But he gave me some life here for sure. We have blockers. We have a kill spell. We have counters. And I think we play this. We can win next turn if we do. Then we hold the Not on My Watch. I think the Not on My Watch is the most important thing here. Yep. So he has a pump spell. I wonder what he kept in his hand so long. Yeah. I'm a little bit confused. He had such a big hand. And he could have interacted with us a lot more. But yeah, we work around Mockingbird and this cool card called Awestruck Cygnet. Which has a nice, cute combo. Which you play the Cygnet on turn 1, it's a 2-1. And if you get 3 flyers that come in on the battlefield, it turns into a 5-4. So if you copy it twice with Mockingbird, you get 3 5-4s, which is kind of sick. I just do this now. Hey, I did a Dragonhawk in red. I did too. I opened that too in a draft I was running, and it was pretty sick. I don't know if it's gonna be any good in game, but at least in the draft it was pretty fun. All right, he's gonna make this a 3-2 or Monstrous Rage. All right, Monstrous Rage is worse for us. All right, so we get a blocker. No attacks. Unfortunately, we just have to Not on My Watch this Brave Meadow Guard. Emberheart Challenger, alright. Shock is backbreaking, dude. Alright, so we're going to take 3 here. Brother, can you hear the music too? What other removal are you running here? Get Lost, Elspeth Smite. Unfortunately, we got none, or like we got none of those because I don't really love Get Lost, to be honest. But Elspeth Smite is in standard. That would be so sick in this meta right now. But yeah, we can't do that now, which sucks. This guy's gonna be a 4/4 at least. I need something big off this 3 tree to kill it. Slick shot. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately. I'm probably gonna run some standard on stream at some point. Let's see what we hit. Do we get anything good? Alright. I gained 3 life with this. He can't cast a non-creature spell if he doesn't do it before this resolves. Is he smart? Alright, I think we block this. We take 2, 10. Fuck. I have to waste one of these guys. Some weak music. Alright, that's good to know. I'm trying to make it so like let's see. I'm trying to make it so like it's a little bit like nice, you know? But not overbearing. I think we survive with this. Alright, so we do just survive with this. Alright, so we copy this Realm Warden. Alright, so we have 4 first strike power. He can't play any instants or sorceries because of their ability. And I think we can block fine now. He doesn't know. He can't do math. Mobile speed. Oh, I see. Gotcha. Yeah, I think that guy just fucked up hard. We're gonna copy this guy again. Oh my god. The bird's of the word, dude. Look at the bird doing work. Yeah, I'm just gonna swing him with one of these guys. He can't cast a non-creature spell unless he has 8 mana at least. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed those games again. We're gonna go to our Alchemy Academy, pick them, and we want you to pick the decks that we play on next video. So we have a bunch of options here. Unfortunately, last time it didn't really work out. We kind of scammed our last pick'em, the chooser. But sorry, man. We just couldn't run the mice deck. It was terrible. The mice convoke deck. I mean, it was terrible. It lost every single game, and the games were not very fun to watch either. So, if you want to check that out again, go to my VOD section on my channel, and you can see the streams and just see how bad the deck was. But anyway, moving on. We played Birds of the Word today. Our first option for decks for next week or next video is our Naya Legends deck. I have to come up with a snappy name for this deck, but I'll just call it Blast from the Past because I got to like I think rank 250 Mythic with this deck a few seasons ago before rotation, and I thought this deck was fucking sick, and it was fucking sick back then because we had all the legendary lands and a bunch of fast lands that we don't have right now. But this deck's a little bit underpowered now, but there are some things we can do to improve its odds of winning against the current meta. So namely, we need to add some more removal. But yeah, the idea of the deck is we play Annie Joins Up. Annie Joins Up is a 4-mana enchantment that's Naya colors. It deals 5 damage upon entering and doubles the triggered abilities of all our legendary creatures or permanents. Oh, sorry, it's just creatures. And we have a lot of sick legendary combos with that. So Tajik, when you play it with Annie joins up, it just takes over the board immediately. It's unbelievably busted. Agros Cost is probably my favorite combo with Annie joins up, because when Agros Cost enters or attacks, you choose up to one target creature. If it's suspected, exile it. Otherwise, suspect it. So when it enters with an Annie joins up, it will suspect a creature that it targets, and then it will immediately exile that creature. So it's a 2/4 double strike vigilance that doubles as a removal spell every time it enters and attacks. So if I'm playing a creature deck, every single turn this guy's swinging and exiling a creature. Every single turn if he doesn't get removed. This is unbelievably strong. It's game winning. It's game controlling. It's so strong. It also has vigilance, so it can block like. It can, if you're playing like a red deck and it's like top decking creatures, it can exile the creature and then block the next one that attacks. You know, it's so unbelievably strong when Annie joins up. Those are the two main cards that combo with it, Tajik and Agros Cost, but we also have Roxanne, which is one of my favorite pieces in all of the current meta right now. I just love Roxanne. It's not like an unbeatable card. It's just like a fun, cool card. Other legendaries to add to it: Bristly Bill, Anna Bakal, Inti, Ruby, Daring Tracker, Downley, Streetwise Lookout, Beza, the Bounding Spring, Amara, Voice of the Conclave. Just low to the ground legends with like a cool combo that Annie joins up, and a bunch of cool ways to pretty much take over the game. So that's our option number one. This is one of my favorite decks from the past. It got me really far. I won like so many Alchemy events with it. So yeah, we're gonna go with that one first. I don't know what the point of this deck is yet, but I love the name. It's the Tool Time Tim Allen shit. That's the name of the deck. So this is basically a Rakdos. I don't have a Rakdos deck right now in this current season. I thought this would be pretty cool. So the idea is to get the Caldera Breaker out and then just kind of stall until we get to that point. We have ways to draw cards with Tarian Journal and some of our like stall tactics like Tithing Blade, which is Vanity. We want to make a bunch of tokens, so hopefully we can like reanimate things like Perforator Crocodile, Harvester of Misery, Deadly Cover, or not Deadly Cover, Aclazotz, Hostile Investigator. I don't really know what the vibe of this deck is yet, but the vibe is I want to build a successful Caldera Breaker deck. I had one before a lot of cards rotated, and I love this card. So if we can do that, we're gonna do it. So this deck's called and I want to do something with it. But yeah, this one I don't know. We have This Shit Won't Work. So I tested this deck a little bit. It's built around Resourceful Collector. We'll make this our third pick for the Alchemy pick'em. Basically, we play a Propagator Primordium turn 2. It fills our graveyard a little bit. And then we play a Resourceful Collector. And it has, at the beginning of your end step, a random non-food permanent card in your graveyard. Perpetually becomes a food. And then you can just play it for as long as it's in your graveyard, or you can exile it and gain 3 life. So what we're going to want to do with this deck is we're going to want to like fill our graveyard and then just play a bunch of Resourceful Collectors and hopefully have like free graveyard recursion whenever we want it. I think that there's too many moving pieces right now. I'm going to have to do a lot of deck building, but that's the point of this series, is that you tell me what you want to see, and I'll clean up the decks. I'll try to figure it out. If I can, then we'll show it on the channel. So yeah, this is the deck right now. I'm definitely going to have to change a lot about it, but This Shit Won't Work is our third pick for the day. So coming back to our list, we have Blast from the Past, and This Shit Won't Work. Let me know which one you want to see. I think for this upcoming video or the stream that's paired with today's this video today, we are going to be playing. Where is it? Where is the? Oh, where my deck, man? Yeah, this one. So this one is just like an outrageous robbery deck. Outrageous robbery plus ramp deck. We'll see how it works. But yeah, this is that's our choices. Let me know what you think, and we'll get back into the last game of the day, or maybe last 2 games. We'll see. But yeah, take care. I hope you enjoy that, and give me your feedback. Let me know in the comments. So yeah, bye. All right. blue. So we play the Awestruck Cygnet and then the Mockingbird to copy it, and then hopefully they don't have removal. The goal is to get presence, hopefully draw a flyer, and then we'll be able to... Alright, so he has counterplay to this. Is there stick? There is stick. Which is bad for me, because if I try to copy him with the Mockingbird, then I just lose. Yeah. So if we tried to copy with a Mockingbird, we would just get a 1-1, which is like useless. Maybe holding up no more lives was just better there. Slick shot. All right. Do I just get rid of this? Is that weird? Alright, we're gonna... No, I don't have the right lands. Alright. I guess we have the 3-tree battalion. If he doesn't have a third land, we can just exile his bird wizard. Alright. This is the power of the red deck, or of the 3-tree battalion. 2 Thieving Avens. So this card, when it deals combat damage to a player, you can heist their library. And whenever you cast a spell you don't own, you put a +1/+1 counter on it. We get 2 of these end of their turn. They can probably kill 1, but we get a guaranteed hit on at least 1 of them, which is really nice. But if they were like tapped out, we would get 2 heist triggers, and we would pretty much just play their deck. He's thinking. He can only kill 1, I think. Alright, well. See what he does. No way he lets us hit with both. If he had an answer, that was just pretty game losing. Alright, I guess I'll steal his gas from his deck. And I also could take a kill spell, yeah. I'm going to copy this one. Wait, when Mockingbird enters a copy of any creature on the battlefield with mana value left... Oh, so he can't respond to me choosing our Thieving Haven because he can only respond to the spell because it doesn't choose something when it enters. I see. That's good to know. That actually makes this that card a lot better. Yeah, I think this guy's just done. These guys get buffed when you play spells that aren't yours. You'd love to play some other decks, but wild cards aren't for it. Yeah, that's the tough part of getting into this game, man. Is it? If you want to spend money on something like this, like, go for it, but a lot of people don't, you know? And it says that can you plot the show off? Oh, can I plot it from... Oh, I should have checked. Fuck. I don't think you can. You may pay 2 and exile this card. I think plotting is part of the cost. Yeah, so it takes the red mana. I don't think we would have been able to just like straight up plot it, unfortunately. This guy got fucked on lands. I feel bad for him. But if he draws land here, I wouldn't be surprised if a red deck can kill me with 3 mana. Yeah, I think it takes the red mana, unfortunately. This guy will be 8 damage. Like, pretty good finish. 10 damage, yeah. We win, but Tried his best there. All right. Ooh. Hopeless Nightmares. All right, get rid of the Starfall. Oh. Pretty sweet. Yeah, it's a little colder where I was at today than normal. But pretty good day. I got a lot done today, which is nice. Still in the process of moving my place, so I had a lot. I still have a lot of shit to do. I know, man. September weather. Hopefully it doesn't have a tithing blade. Although I'm thinking this is a bad deck. In general, like Dorleen and shit to recur as Hopeless Nightmares. Novice Inspector, alright. Still can play a Tithing Blade. Does he not have it? Well, that's really good for us. Alright. Alright, we play this guy. We play a flyer and start to beef this guy's juice. Sentence made no sense. No attacks. Drawing a land there would have been really nice. If you draw a land here, we can make this guy a 5/4 next turn. Bloomburrow Revivalist. Interesting. Alright, we just do nothing. Best we can do is blink our Thopters right now if he tries to kill him. Yeah, so I figured it was a Zorleen deck. Fortunately, we have tons of removal. We just need one more land. And we have tons of board presence. Sweet. Gonna block. Fuck. Alright, well there goes my plan. I kind of misplayed the order there. He's thinking. Yeah, he's gonna try to exile the Thopters. We can't afford that to happen, so let's blink this guy. He's gonna return the Revivalist with the other Revivalist, I think. Helping hand on the Zora lane. Alright, interesting. Good plays. Alright. I think we killed the Zora lane here. Actually, no, we just play the Thieving Haven. We can do some work with all this stuff next turn. He's been sitting on this Clue and the Hopeless Nightmare for a while. Alright. We got the kill spell out. Alright. No attacks. He's still got a hold on the board. Got the 3 tree though. We should be able to do some work with that. Alright, 2 Awestruck Cygnets. Both 5/4. Oh, one's a 5/4. The other one will be a 5/4. Alright. I think we're taking over this game. Really glad we blinked our Thopterist earlier. Alright, 5 damage to the face. This card's sick. 1 mana 5/4 Flying Vigilance. That's crazy. I think next turn or maybe 2 turns after that we could probably swing out depending on what he does. He should have Tithing Blades in his deck, though. I haven't seen them sacrifice the bat or something. Bloomburrow Revivalist. He doesn't get to return anything, he just gets to play it. And he attacks with the Zora lane to get the Dusk Rose Reliquary back. Alright, that's pretty smart. He wants to get rid of my Thopterist. Alright, let's see what he wants to get rid of first. Swan, maybe? No, the Thopterist. I don't think blocking with Swan is a bad move. I keep the Not on my watch, but I get the play here. He takes a lot of steam off me right now, or steam from me more like. We had a huge attack next turn, or until this turn. We had a huge attack. Maybe we could still swing with these, with the Battle Cry, but it's not necessarily going to be that good. What does this guy have? Getaway Glamour, Not on my watch. Alright, I'll swing with the Thieving Haven too. Yep. I think he should commit to killing something. Instead of these, like this chump block here, I think he should commit to either killing the Swan or the Aven. The Aven's really bad for him really fast, and just single blocking it is not good. He's gonna give me a choice here for an little bit of extra life gain. No, he wants to kill the Aven. All right, he made the right choice. I think we take the Glamour. Yeah, he made the right choice. Good on him. Now we have... This guy doesn't... Oh, he's a 1-1 perpetually. That's annoying. Alright, at least we get a 2-2 flyer. He's looking in his graveyard again. He might have a deadly cover-up. That would be the perfect draw for him. Alright. He's gonna get back a Zorleen, is my guess. To his hand, so he can't reanimate something right away. Yep. Alright, so I'll play it. I'll kill it. Alright. This could be for 11-0 with this deck, by the way. Actually, I think I just play this. He's gonna block the Radiant Swan. Yeah, he's gonna block this with the Zorleen, but I think that we just need to keep pressure on. He just blocks it with the Dream Thief, alright. What can he revive with this Zorleen? Essence Channeler is a pretty ass draw. Although I don't think he has much life gain. Yeah. Problem for him is if he keeps swinging with bats, he's not going to have any blockers in this guy. So he can swing with this bat and get 2 triggers on the Essence Channeler. But if he swings for the Zorleen, he dies. I'm probably going to just exile it, to be honest. Alright. Fast blockers, we will block you. Alright. So now he's at 9 health. I have a little bit of bad news for this man. I can just blink his guy and I think we just attack for like 1,000,000. In the sky, yeah. What is that? These are all flyers. He only has 1 flyer. Yeah, that's game. Is there any way that our 3 true battalion makes this more disrespectful? Yeah, let's see if we can make it more disrespectful. Oh, it makes it way more disrespectful. Holy shit. Now all these are 4-2s, 5-2s. Holy shit. I didn't realize that. I was just kind of goofing. There we go. Say the name. Say the name. Anyways, that was a good game. That was like a good game. No actual BM with that guy. So that concludes our games for today. Heading on over to untap.gg, we can take a look at our win rate. And the win rate here might be a little bit deceiving. It says we have a 70% win rate. But that is before we made all the final changes to the deck and kind of came with our last piece. If you notice here, we made a ton of changes before we hit our 11-0, 100% win rate final deck that we're very happy with. So this deck is pretty gas. I mean, as I mentioned before, we had 5 versions of this deck, and we had so many different ideas. We had Cottontail Caretakers, Valley Quest Callers, Ace Flockbringers. We wanted to incorporate so many different little pieces into the deck, but eventually I kind of just told myself to shut up and went with something that I knew would work, and a formula that was very simple yet straight to the point. All the pieces worked well with each other. And that was just kind of like thinning all the ideas that I had in my head and just focusing on winning. So that's what we did, and we ended up going perfect, 11-0. That's pretty strong. We ended up playing mono red 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 out of our 11 games, which is not surprising. But also, this deck farms mono red, so like, are we going to be upset about that? I guess not. So, This is a sweet deck. This is a really good deck. If you want to rank up, you should use this deck. I wouldn't be surprised if it has some impact in the meta if people find out about it. I put my YouTube handle on my MTG Arena name, so hopefully people can find my videos from that. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, this is a sweet deck. Hope you build something a little bit different from what the meta is going on, and kind of take some leaps like I did with this deck. But this is just sweet. There's so many options. Like we can either have an aggro start or control like finish and things like that. So I hope you enjoyed. I will be playing some more. Probably my next video will be a little bit more of a goof deck based on the current deck I have right now. I don't know if it's going to be as strong as this one, but we're happy to just kind of like play around. I know the whole purpose of the series is that we get to rank 10 eventually, but I'm in no like super huge rush to do that. I just want to kind of play things and like learn a little bit more and share some fun ideas with you guys. Eventually, probably one of these seasons, I'm gonna really like put my nose to the grindstone and start playing a lot. But until then, I hope you enjoy these kind of spurts into competitive play and some more fun decks on the side. But yeah, this is it. Hope you enjoyed. Have a nice rest of your day, and do something productive. Maybe go outside. I don't know, or just play Magic all day. I don't know. Do whatever you want. I don't give a shit. But have a good one. Bye bye. Enjoy your life. Peace.